Guess who's back? Back again. Jam Gaming. We are back, guys. And as you can see, today we're playing some more Layton's Mystery Journey. Now, I know the last video only got like 16 views, but I don't care. I'm still playing this anyway, guys. If you like it or not. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get on with it. So if you remember last time, the detectives and all that, they found out that the hour hand of Big Ben, their first case, our first case, the hour hand of Big Ben is missing. Yup, I'm afraid so. It was reported to us this morning. By the way, I keep trying to turn the camera, like, what's it called? Landscape. I keep trying to make it landscape, but it doesn't work for some weird reason. Because I'm on mobile, it only lets me do this. So, sorry guys. So that's what this is all about. One of the hands on the clock tower has been stolen. Unbelievable, isn't it? We've got to catch the hooligan who did it and get back quick smart. But there are 4 clock faces on the Elizabeth Tower, aren't there? Even if this 1 hour hand is missing, the other 3 faces will still show the correct time, surely. That's right. I mean, certainly, it may be a little inconvenient, perhaps, but to describe this as affecting all of Britain, I mean, kinda does. Big clock. Isn't that rather an exaggeration? Tourists. Yeah, my better half said the same thing, but it's much worse than a bit of inconvenience not knowing the right time, innit? The problem is, we're due a visit tomorrow from Ambassador. I'm really not bothered to say that name. Oh yes, I remember reading about it in the Times. It's the anniversary of the Treaty of Rome, isn't it? Really? Italian? I thought that sounded like a French name. Anyway, but what does that have to do with the Elizabeth Tower? The ambassador's going to be received as a venue at the site of the Houses of Parliament at Big Ben, as a symbol of the timeless friendship and cooperation between our 2 lands. They plan on giving him a present, a pendant modelled on the hands of Big Ben. Oh dear. Yeah, so you can only imagine that the conversation's got to turn to the subject of the clock tower at some point. And it's not going to look too clever if the hands of the pendant have been half-inched by some low-life scoundrel the Met can't catch. Obviously, it'll be plastered all over the foreign press as well. It's a blooming disgrace is what it is. I see. So that's why you're intent on tracking down the culprit and recovering the missing hand before tomorrow's engagement. Exactly. We need your help on this one, Cat. Of course. I'll do everything, our national pride is at stake, hears you say. Well, that's relief. I was worried you turned me down. Obviously, Scotland Yard will be carrying on with his own investigations at the same time. It's all hands on deck. I've got officers scouring the area around the tower, so you can ask them if they've got any leads. Leave it to me, Inspector. We'll get started at once. Gosh, miss, it's so... Oh, okay, he's got a crush on her. What now? Well, as this is our first case since the establishment of the Layton Detective Agency, I better show you the ropes. Let me explain how I like to carry out my investigations. Oh yes, please do, Miss Layton. Simp. Firstly, touch the magnifying glass investigate icon at the corner of the lower half of the screen to switch into investigation mode. In investigation mode, the cursor on the upper half of the screen changes to be a magnifying glass. Slide on the screen as if you were drawing a line to move the magnifying glass around. Pretty simple. Sometimes when you move the magnifying glass over a particular point, it will turn orange. When you identify a point of interest like that, tap briefly on the lower half of the screen. Oh. Touch and slide mode used to slew the... It's a short peck. Peck. I don't know. You can investigate anything that catches your eye on the upper screen by simply touching it. So slide on the lower half of the screen to move the magnifying glass around, and tap to investigate. I think I got the hang of that. Got the hang of licking her boots? Yep. Sorry, I mean, you're a fast learner, Pinstripes. Pinstripes. Come on, man. So let's get straight down to business and start investigating. We'll start with the top of that lamppost, shall we? Okay, right, so, Peck. You found a hint coin. Explain. Okay, thank you, good. Golly, a little coin dropped down. Look, coins. Coins, coins, coins. I like me money. Coins, coins, coins. I like me money. That never gets old. Yes, that's a hint coin. Coins, coins, coins. I like me money. They can buy you hints when you're solving puzzles. And yes, guys, every time somebody mentions the word coin, or I see a coin, I will start singing that, and I will put that clip of the dancing coin in. So you better get used to it. Of course, like real money, once you spend them, they're gone. So only use them when you really need to. You'll find them hidden in all sorts of places, so leave no stone unturned. I see, so hint coins are shy little creatures, are they? Come on, cat! What you dawdling there for, eh? The case, woman! The case! Now, Inspector. Less haste, more speed. Investigations need to be carried out carefully, and above all, you must record everything at each step. Oomph. Teaching Grandma to suck eggs, aren't ya? Calm down. Let's just go over the most important items in my bag. Touch the bag icon in the corner of the lower half of the screen to open up the bag menu. Cat's journal contains all my notes about the investigation so far. Very useful for recapping. Yeah, I mean... Alright, I'm not going to say it. To archive the case history, choose Save from the menu. That will make a record of the story so far. Guys, no, you can't remind me, can you? But hopefully I remember to do that at the end. This is the puzzle index. Any puzzles we encounter are recorded in here, so you can tackle ones you've already completed again, if the mood takes you. I don't think anybody's going to want to do that. Maybe there are a few nerds who would like to do that, no offense, but yeah. Nerd. If you delve into my... why would anybody want to... Then again, not nerds wouldn't like to do that, but maybe fashion nerds would like to do that. I really don't want to see her in a different outfit. Dude, why? What do you think we're doing here, Cat? You think you got enough in that bag of yours, Cat? Yeah. What do you think this is? The Barbie movie? Like, oh, come on. I'm here to work out who stole the hour hand of Big Ben. I'm not here to change you into different clothes. Ever heard of tidying? It's this crazy idea when you actually get rid of stuff you don't need. Exactly, your wardrobe, mate. We don't need to see you change into different clothes, mate. Only if it has something to do with the story. Perfectly fine as it is. The trick with any handbag is to know where to find everything and what to use when. Wardrobe, never use. We're not in the Barbie movie. Now, let's cover the fundamentals of the investigative process. Now it's time to put theory into practice and investigate the clock tower. The clocks are awfully high off the ground though, aren't they? Then you must zoom in, Ernest. Zoom in, miss. How'd you do that? Sometimes you may notice the magnifying glass colour changing to blue instead of orange while you're investigating. That indicates a place where you can zoom in and take a closer look. All you have to do is tap the lower half of the screen. Very nutty. Well, it's extremely important to be thorough when you're investigating, you see. So why don't you zoom in now and take a closer look at the clock face? Oh. It's true, the shorthand really is missing. We got that, dude. Ah, but of course, the other clock faces have both hands. All the other... Oh, it's just one of them, okay. Yeah, it's only on the one side that the shorthand's been taken. The other three are unaffected. I like what I did with his voice there. Oh, so it's just one shorthand we're looking for. Even as a shorthand from one of the clocks on the Big Ben clock tower would be a very sizable object. Not something that would disappear easily. Obviously, we searched all around the clock face as well as the base of the tower. But that hand's just disappeared into thin air. Haha, this is turning into a very interesting case indeed. A quarter of London doesn't know what time it is and you call it interesting. Alright, now that we know what we're dealing with, it's time we started investigating. About time too. We should start by stepping back and looking at the bigger picture again. So touch zoom out on the lower half of the screen. Where do we start, Miss Layton? Well, time is of the essence. We have to solve this before Ambassador what the hell his name is arrives tomorrow. Alright, Fu Dufafa. Okay, alright, that's it. I'm not gonna bully him. Let's begin by asking Inspector Hastings' team what they've learnt so far. That's right. Why do the work yourself when you can get someone else to do it for you? Alright, grumpy pants. Nonsense, Shirl. We can't afford to duplicate. Oh, that reminds me of my joke from the Clash Royale video. I'll say it again. Guys, if you had two twin daughters, what would you name them? Because I would name mine Kate and Duplicate. Of course. No, I'm not going to do that every time I see the word duplicate, don't worry. Just remind me. Come along then, you two. No time to lose. Coming, miss. Simp. Let's see what he has to say. Gosh, how... Oh, right. Inspector Hastings, can you summarise what you found? Wait, my phone went off. Oh. Hang on a sec. There you go. Right, sorry, my other phone turned off. Can you summarise what you found out so far? Not a fat lot, really. There was a bobby on the beat here last night who confirmed nothing was amiss at 11:50. It wasn't until 6 this morning that we got a report from the Stachenscarfen local who happened to glance at the clock. We came to confirm the report straight away and we found it to be true. The hour hand was well and truly gone. So at 11:50 last night, the clock was fine, but by 6 this morning, the hand was missing. So looking over a window within about 6 hours, they were all at school. Isn't that how long a school day is? 6 hours. No, I'm joking. They wouldn't have been at school night. The crime was committed. That's about the size of it, yep. There wasn't anybody else who looked at the clock tower in that 6-hour window. We're looking into that now. Got officers asking locals if they saw anything. There must be someone who looked at the clock in all that time. No doubt if we went door to door we could find some witnesses. We just don't have that kind of time. So we just have to manage with what we know already, you mean? Pretty much. And those hands are massive. It would have taken someone a fair old while to make off with it, that's for sure. 6 hours. Oh. Mate. Fit the clue in the right place. What? Find a clue, 6-hour window. What? She's going to start explaining it. Right, as your investigation processes, you answer key pieces of the information that form certain clues. Each case is... Okay, we get the idea. Look at the clues. Case files. Okay. Right. 6 hour window. According to... Sorry, 6 hour window, guys. Remember, 11:50 p.m. to 6 a.m. this morning. Alright. Wait, can we write that down in the notebook? Where's Kat's bag? Do I tap on her? Where's your bag, dude? Where's your bag? I interview some passers-by. Alright, oh. Wait. Cat's journal. Oh, we can't write anything. Okay, well, it's good to know that that sort of stuff is in the journal. Wait, what's in the puzzle index? Oh, we've only completed one. It was the cake one. Right, we don't care about puzzles. Alright, now let's get into this. No. Oh, close! Bro, I almost ended the whole game there. Okay, right, well, I would go to this, so we've got to interview some passers-by. Well, we already know who he is. We don't want to talk to him. This guy looks suspicious. Talking to him. See, dude, you know he's bad when he's got one of the things that he's wearing as his name.
Well, how long's it been, would you say?
How long? I'm sorry, do we know each other? I'm fairly sure I've never met you before, sir.
Know each other? In a way, yes. In a way, no.
I think his scarf's too tight.
People are like leaves washed in a river, sometimes meeting, sometimes parting.
You've rather lost me, I'm afraid. I, don't suppose you noticed anything about the Elizabeth Tower last night, did you?
I was already dreaming sweetly by nightfall yesterday.
You're an early sleeper, aren't you? So you wouldn't have seen anything. Because he's old? Wow! Great job, Catriel.
Is that all you wanted? I tell you what, how about a little puzzle to occupy the mind?
I say, a puzzle? The world is full of puzzles, Ernest. Sometimes during the course of investigations, people do come out with puzzles for you to solve. It's all part of the process. So let's see what sort of puzzle we're dealing with here. Puzzle number 2. The Hands of Time. Right. The clock is currently showing the time as 3:30 p.m. It would be nice if the hands of the clock show midnight. What would be the minimum number of places you need to touch the clock to show the desired time? What's a frame? That's you want to write. What to the minimum? Wait, what was it again? It's 3:30. You need to touch the clock to show midnight. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be over, well over like 1,000. Oh, wait. Bro, wait. Hang on. Guys, they're tricking me, aren't they? Wait, let's look at a hint. There is no need to touch the hands of the clock. Exactly. That's what I thought. Mate, you don't touch a clock to get the time. Alright, oh, it's got my own little number keyboard. 0. Done. Please. Oh! Man, they're messing with me. Did you guys see that? They're messing with me. You did it. There was no need to touch the clock at all. All you need to do was wait for midnight to come. Exactly, I was going to say. Blood really wanted me to count. Alright, puzzle 2. The Hands of Time has been added to the puzzle index.
Very impressive. Let's hope you tackle all the puzzles you're gonna face so convincingly.
20 minutes. We've been going for a while. We'll just do alright, we'll talk to the camera guy, and then we'll talk to him, and then we'll probably end. So this is gonna be a long one. Hope he doesn't give us a puzzle.
Top the morning to ya. Got a minute to answer a few questions.
Douglas Dirt. Okay. Photographer. Oh, alright.
I'm investigating the extraordinary appearance of the little hand of Big Ben, see? So did either of you happen to see anything during round these parts last night? Such as, for instance, a person or persons transporting a large and hand-like object?
Gosh, he gets straight to the point, doesn't he? He's asking the very questions I was about to ask him.
Oh, where's me manners, eh? Sorry, I'm Douglas Dirt. Everybody calls me Doug. I'm a reporter with the London Times, see? Are you readers at all?
Oh, I'll say, personally, I think the London Times is the best paper in the city.
Nerd! Ah, you're too kind, lad. Although I do make it my mission to dig up the most dirtiest of dirt and uncover the most unsavoury of sooths.
And at present, as I mentioned aforementionedly, I've investigated the disappearance of Big Ben's hand. As it happens, we're investigating the same thing. Perhaps you might share anything you've learnt? Sorry, investigating, you say? Well, there is a turn up for the books. You don't look like detectives, I must say. If I had to guess, I would have pegged you as a young couple out working your lovely dog on this delightful morning. Well, I am a detective. Haven't you ever heard of the Layton Detective Agency?
Layton? I know of the famous Professor Layton, of course, but I didn't realise he had an agency or people in his employ. Always nice to have signed up with a complete unknown. Really inspires confidence.
With this dog, man. He's so pessimistic. I love this dog. So funny. What a blow. Mind you, I didn't expect any different. Don't worry, Miss Layton. You'll be famous soon enough. I'm quite certain of that. Yeah, she's famous for being in a very bad game. My guy was foreshadowing.
Anyway, as it happens, I was at the office all evening yesterday, penning my latest article. I did not observe Big Ben at all. And I'm afraid to say my own investigation is just getting underway. I have nothing to import at the present time.
I see. Well, thank you anyway.
I wish you all the very best with your ongoing investigative activities, of course.
Likewise, sir. Good luck with yours.
Hand hiccup for iconic Big Ben. Petty crime or international conspiracy. Alarm bells ring across Britain. Huh, stories like these will write themselves, eh? Gah, methinks it's going to be a smasher.
It certainly is. If we don't solve this before the story breaks, there will be all kinds of repercussions. You're right. We must press on with our investigation. Well, look, we still only found these two. We can understand the dog. We've investigated all around here. I suggest we head closer to the tower. To the scene of the crime at last. I say, this is rather exciting. I need to explain to you how we move around during an investigation, don't I? Right, we'll pause for this part. Alright guys, we're going to end the video right now. We're going to head to the base of the clock tower. The foot of the Elizabeth Tower. Let's go. The entrance of the clock tower looks to be over there. Ooh, the police officer seems to be examining something. Let's ask them what they found. Yep, and you know when we'll ask them what they found? Next time in the next video of Jam Gaming, which will be next week. So, I'm going to go hit save. But yeah, what have we got here? So, get excited, guys. We've got to talk to a police officer, a fat man, and a jogger. So, see you next time in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And who knows, maybe a new video. Well, the next time I'll be seeing you on this channel will be February. So this is the last video of January. Been going good so far, you know. 2026, bring it on. Save. Can I save? Yes. Save. Foot of the Elizabeth Tower. Jam Gaming. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.